Just like me, are you also tired of looking for your keys every time you get to your door? Are your hands full of grocery bags and then you realize you need to unlock your door? Have you ever locked yourself out of your apartment and thought, man, it would be nice if my phone could unlock the door for me? Then the answer is quite simple. You need a smart lock. Today we're checking out the Aqara U400, which is packed full of features to make your life easier, more streamlined and simpler to manage. This is one of the first ultra-wideband enabled smart locks released on the market. It is Aliro ready, offering a more secure and convenient entry for all smart home users. Regardless of your phone's manufacturer or operating system, this smart lock works with all the major home integration solutions like Amazon Alexa, Apple Home, Google Home, and even more. The coolest trick is it unlocks on approach using the ultra-wideband protocol and provides a safer strategy than previous implementations. It is also BHMA certified, so you know it was tested for its durability and reliability. So let's check out the box. First thing we see on the box, again, it's BHMA certified, the model number, U400, and all the connection options. So we have connection through Matter, built on Thread, works with Apple Home, Alexa, Samsung SmartThings, Home Assistant, and of course Google Home. So all the major options are covered here. On the back we have some info about compatibility and some more specs on the right side, like the ultra-wideband hands-free unlock, works with Matter over Thread, it has a rechargeable battery, of course, the IP65 rating, has a fingerprint reader, and auto-locking. On the front we have a QR code for the Aqara Home app, and another one for product support. Then some paperwork, the quick start guide, and the cutting template in case you need to install this on a brand new door, or if you need to check the dimensions of your existing door. Right after that, we have the inside portion of the smart lock. Another box, another box, then the outside part of the lock, and finally some installation accessories like this plate here, which secures the outside part to your door, the keys, some very beefy installation screws, and the rest of the installation screws. Let's check out these accessories boxes. This one we find the battery, which is 4880 milliamps and is rechargeable via Type-C. And the last box has the deadbolt. The main mounting screws come in two different lengths to accommodate different door thicknesses, which is nice to see. And now, since we have everything needed for installation right in front of us, I guess we can proceed with that. The quick start guide has the basic instructions to install the lock, so we're gonna follow that. And let me introduce you to my good friend, the fake door. Instead of me trying to fumble around with an actual door to install this, film and everything, it's gonna be much easier to use this to demonstrate the smart lock. So first, we start with the deadbolt. If the distance from the center of this hole to the edge of your door is 60 millimeters, you don't need to do anything. But if it's 70 millimeters, you need to turn it so that it extends. In my case, it's 60 millimeters, so we're just gonna use it as is. And we simply install it here. Using a Phillips head number 2, we take the included screws. Good, now with the deadbolt in place, we can install the outside piece. First, you'll need to align this rod to have the bump towards the top. We take the wires and we guide them underneath the deadbolt. And then install the rod into the receptacle. Next step is to find this plate, which is going to secure the outside lock to the inside part of the door. Again, you take the cables and you fish them through this little hole here. And since I have a thinner model of door, we're going to use the shorter installation screws, again with a Phillips head number 2. Don't tighten it fully. We need some slack to install the second screw. Now it's a good time to make sure the lock is actually straight with the edge of the door. In my case it isn't, so I'm just gonna adjust it slightly. Okay. And the inside plate as well. And now we can fully tighten the screws. Next step is to install the inside lock. We take the green plug and, paying close attention to the orientation, we install it right here. Make sure you hear a positive click so it's properly seated. And then we also install the antenna. After this part is done, you'll need to push the excess cable back underneath the deadbolt. And then we can fully seat the inside lock. To finally attach it completely, we need to remove the battery cover. And using a Phillips head number 1, we install the 2 small black screws into the respective holes. And in turn, this will attach the inside lock to the black plate we installed earlier. Okay, now it's time for the part located in the door frame. You're supposed to install this section right here. Now everything is installed. You can close it, give it a test. Last thing is to install the battery, which just slides in. And then we can configure the Aqara Home app. Right after we open the app, it already found the smart lock. So we're gonna click on that. We need to scan the QR code that is right on top for Aqara. So I'm gonna hide the second one and scan this one. We already installed it, so I'm gonna skip the tutorial. Let's bind it. We're just gonna leave it as default. It's a left door. Now we need to add a user. And for that we need a password. Unfortunately, it's not gonna let me use a simple one. So we're gonna have to go with this.
Added successfully.
And we're gonna rename it so we know which one it is. Now we need to add the fingerprint. And for that, we'll rotate the door.
Capturing new fingerprint. Continue capturing more fingerprint area. Fingerprint area repeated. Continue capturing more finger. Continue capturing more finger. Continue capturing more finger. Continue capturing more fingerprint area. Continue capturing. Added successfully.
If I could add some constructive criticism, would be that there's no need for that voice to keep repeating like that, only in case there's something wrong, like the fingerprint is not positioned correctly. It was a thumb, so we can continue. Now we need to do the door lock calibration. So first it wants us to close the door. So I'm just gonna do that. Door is closed and not locked. Continue. And as you can see, it's trying a bunch of combinations to see where the lock works best. Now they want us to fully open the door and then close it and also lock it, and calibration is successful. We don't have an Aqara hub right now, so we're gonna skip this. And now we can have a look at the interface. Right in the middle, we see the status locked. We see a battery percentage, 38%. On the right side, we see that the door is closed. So for example, if I unlock the door, it's gonna say unlocked. And if I open it, it's gonna say door not closed. One more option we have here is to add a one-time password for an occasional user. We also have user management, of course, to create some other users, some scheduled users. If you have, for example, a cleaning person or a pet sitter. We have a device guide and a big button saying hold to lock, which works as expected. It's gonna lock the door. And again, hold to unlock. There we go. While we're here, we can check out some of the settings. So you have settings for the volume, including alert volume, turning on and off notifications when the door is unlocked, when the door is not closed, and some other options for voice. Linked devices, if we have a multitude of devices linked to the same ecosystem. What is more interesting to me here is the auto lock feature, which by default comes turned off for security reasons, but you can turn it on. And then you have a bunch of options from immediately to a few seconds or minutes. We're gonna choose 3 seconds, and I'm gonna demonstrate this for you right now. So for example, if I have the door open and then I just close it, 1, 2, 3. There we go. It automatically locks after the set amount of time. Some other options here include night latch mode, where only admin credentials, Bluetooth or non-password method unlocking methods can unlock it. Do not disturb mode, ultra-wideband settings, door lock calibration, which we already went through, and some other options for Matter connection, an Aqara hub, firmware update, which I suggest you do right after you receive the device, configure automations, and of course remove accessory. Now that we went through the Aqara Home app, let's also bind it to our Apple Home environment and see how that experience is like. So now let's set up the U400 Smart Lock with the Apple Home environment. For that, we're going to click the small plus in the top right corner, add accessory. It's going to ask us to scan the QR code. It detected it's a smart lock. We're going to click add to home. Now it's asking us where the lock is going to be. We're going to use entrance. The name is fine. And now we see that we have a home key that we can use with the ultra-wideband protocol to unlock this with just approaching the door. And it's telling us we have the express mode, which means this door can unlock as you approach it. And we're going to turn that on so we can test it later. So now we can also control the lock from the Apple Home environment. So if we just click on this and slide it up, it's going to unlock. And if we slide it back down, it locks back up. So now we can also use voice commands to lock and unlock the door. For example, hey Siri, lock the front door.
Locking the entrance.
See? Easy as that. So now I'm going to position this like an entrance door. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to approach, see if it unlocks. The U400 is a little ready, and Samsung Ultra Wideband Unlock will be added soon in the future. Of course, we get notifications when the door locks or unlocks, and apart from the traditional lock and unlock from here, there's a multitude of ways you can use apart from the approach to actually unlock it. So first, of course, is the fingerprint, which works super fast. And if we lock it again, we can also use the keypad with the code we set up earlier to unlock it. And we also get this green UWB signal here, showing us that ultra wideband is enabled. If we just pull this cover down, we can use the included set of keys to actually unlock it. And lock it back up. Another option is to use an Apple Watch, which will also have the Apple Home key enabled on it. Although the battery has a capacity of 4880 mAh and it can last up to 6 months, there is a small chance you're gonna forget to charge it. As you saw, the capacity is always shown in the Aqara app or in the Home app, and you will receive a notification when it reaches 20%. If you are out of the house when it runs out of battery, no need to panic, as there are still a few ways you can unlock the door. First of all, of course, as I've shown you with the traditional keys, but let's say you don't have those on you. There's a super simple way. If you have a phone that supports reverse power delivery, there's a USB port on the bottom of the lock, so you can power it that way. And as you can see, there's no battery inside. If your phone doesn't support reverse power delivery, you can also use a power bank if you have one on you. Another nifty little trick is that there's also a USB port underneath the device, so you can hang an external battery from the door handle and allow it to charge that way, without having to actually remove the battery. Speaking of which, I can install the cover back on, and now the installation is fully complete. So now you know everything that the Aqara U400 can do. And honestly, it has everything. From the great unlock on approach to beefed up security, and even the thoughtful USB port on the outside, so you can power it enough to get in your house in case it runs out of battery. I particularly like the voice commands. Being able to unlock the door from anywhere in the house is awesome, as long as the hub can hear you. But I want to know, what do you think? Would you buy a smart lock for your house? Let me know in the comments down below. If you think of picking one up, There are gonna be links down in the video description. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more tech videos just like this one, and I'll see you next time.